The same person that robbed me for like $500 for a session ended up being in the studio while I was there with the president of the label.
Cantrell. You were singing, boo. And you made a choice to work with someone, and you probably didn't realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't.
Did she really have him locked down?
I think so. I think they're in love. I think they're in love.
Politics speaking.
No, I really do think they're in love. I have a big crush on him.
The same person that robbed me for like $500 for a session ended up being in the studio while I was there with the president of the label Blu Cantrell. You were singing. And you made a choice to work with someone, and you probably didn't realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't. She really have them locked down. I think so. I think they're in love. I think they're in love politics. Speaking no. I really do think they're in love. I have a big crush on him. Though it looks like we finally know what happened to Blu Cantrell, the ER and B sensation from the early 2000s, and allegedly it had something to do with the love triangle between her. Beyonce and Jay-Z rumors have been stirring for some time that Beyonce orchestrated a plan to eliminate her competition, and Blu Cantrell might have been just one casualty in the saga. Plus, we know that Blu didn't just hold her own in the ER and B scene. She also got pretty chummy with Jay-Z, especially when he was just starting to date Beyonce. But here's what. It gets really creepy one day. Blu was found wandering the streets of Santa Monica, claiming that someone poisoned her, so the million-dollar question is, someone actually tried to eliminate Blu? Or did she suffer some kind of breakdown after being mistreated by the industry higher-ups? And did Beyonce and Jay-Z have a hand in all this? Let's break it down. There's a lot of tension because you're around each other so much and you're fighting and you're nitpicking, and definitely can relate to that. So you know how there's this ongoing chat about Jay-Z and Beyonce possibly pulling some strings to clear their path to the top. The list of artists who allegedly fell victim to their alleged career sabotaging tactics is pretty extensive, but one name that tends to fly under the radar in the seas. Conspiracy talks is Blu Cantrell, Jay-Z's rumored ex. Back in the late 90s, Blu kicked off her career as a background vocalist for big shots like Diddy. And it wasn't long before Laura Reed recognized her talent and offered her a contract. Fast forward to July 2001, and Blu drops her debut album, So Blue. The record not only won over the critics, but also made a splash in the commercial scene. Her album's leading track, Hit Him Up Style Oops, not only snagged her 2 Grammy nominations, but also catapulted her into the spotlight. Things were looking up, and the upward trajectory continued into 2003, when she dropped her second album, Bittersweet. But here's where the plot thickens. In 2001, Blu found herself getting cozy with none other than Jay-Z, who had just started courting Beyonce in the same period. Beyonce was busy carving out her solo career. And would you know it, in 2003, the same year Blu released Bittersweet, Beyonce's debut album Dangerously in Love hit the shelves. Rumor has it that this musical clash led to a heated rivalry between Beyonce and Blu, and that Beyonce wasn't just worried about Blu's rising success, but also had suspicions about her and Jay. Now Blu was quick to downplay any romantic involvement, insisting that it was all platonic. But then came the infamous Wendy Williams interview. When asked if things ever went beyond friendship with Jay, instead of flat-out denying it, Blu laid out a nervous laugh and dodged the question, have you ever kissed Jay-Z's romantically? No. Can't answer that, I can't answer that. Oh, she's touching above the neck. Look, you see, why do people not want to let the Jay-Z Blu CTR thing go? Wendy then floated the idea that Jay-Z might have shifted his attention to Beyonce over Blu, because Blu just didn't fit the young and naive build that Jay supposedly preferred, and Beyonce was probably more easily influenced and manipulated. I said on the radio that I didn't think it would last though, what me and him. Yeah, why? Because you're above 25. Why he needs somebody younger than that at the end of the day? Why did you say that? Because I think at the end of the day, a younger, less savvy to the ways of the world, brought somebody a little bit more naive you. You said it, not me. But the drama didn't stop there after Beyonce and Jay-Z dropped the music video for their 2003 collaboration Bonnie and Clyde. Things took a messy turn. Blu didn't hold back and publicly claimed that the video was suspiciously similar to the promo for her song Roundup, which, by the way, hit the scenes first. But this copycat business apparently wasn't a one-time thing. In November 2002, Blu released a collab with Sean Paul titled Breathe, and just a few months down the road, Beyonce dropped Baby Boy featuring none other than Sean Paul. And remember how on Baby Boy, Beyonce belts out the line "Let Me Breathe." Coincidence, maybe? But the coincidences keep piling up. Another track from Beyonce's debut album Signs features lyrics like "I was in love with a Sagittarius, I wish he was a Virgo, the same sign as me and know how to show me love 'cause I've been hurt by a Pisces." Well, Jay-Z is a Sagittarius and Blu Cantrell is Pisces Sue. Another coincidence now, when all these coincidences were brought up in a 2003 interview with The Guardian. Blu laid it straight, saying I'm an adult, she's younger. And if she's doing what? You're saying then she's being a little immature. But Blu didn't stop there. She also threw a warning Beyonce's way, saying, maybe she's trying to do it to get pressed, but I want to make her understand if she goes there. With me, it's the wrong move. She needs to understand what she's doing and what she's getting into. And when asked if she thinks Beyonce was throwing some subliminal shots at her, Blu said if she is being negative, she doesn't need to be because she's a beautiful girl. But if you have issues with your man, address it with the guy. Don't take it out on the girl. It seems like Blu was hinting that Beyonce might have felt a bit threatened because Jay-Z still had some lingering feelings for her now, if that. So the case, it could be the missing puzzle piece explaining why Jay and B named their first child Blu. Or, of course, it could be yet another coincidence. But if the idea of naming your firstborn after an ex is creepy, wait till you hear what happened to Blu after she openly threatened Beyonce fast. Forward to September 2014, and Blu was found by the police wandering the streets of Santa Monica at 2 a.m. screaming about someone poisoning her with gas. According to TMZ, the episode went on long enough that someone called police, and Blu was then taken to a nearby hospital for an evaluation. In the meantime, Blu also got dropped from her label, and since then, it's been a rough ride for her. Rejection after rejection from record labels. Back in 2013, she was optimistic, claiming to work independently on her third studio album. But fast forward to today, and that album is still MIA. So did Beyonce and Jay-Z really pull some strings behind the scenes, orchestrating Blu's sudden exit from the spotlight. Well, it's a question that quite a few industry figures are tossing around, including Jay's former background singer Jaguar. Wright pointed out that many artists who were seen as competition for Jay-Z and Beyonce met suspicious circumstances or witnessed their careers hitting rock bottom overnight. Jaguar recalled the incident with former Day Jam artist Eric Sermon, who allegedly jumped from a third story window in September 2001. Coincidentally, the same month Jay-Z dropped the Blueprint. Now the official story from the police is that Sermon tried to take matters into his own hands. However, Sermon himself later denied this, and Jaguar suggested that he might have had some help. Yeah, they said Eric jumped. I don't think he jumped, I think he had helped Jaguar, then directly addressed Blu Cantrell and encouraged her to speak out on her past with Jay-Z Blu, the first music Blu, not they daughter Blu. Blu Music Cantrell, you were music singing and you made a choice to work with someone. And you probably did realize how nefarious he was when you got involved with him. I didn't, Blu, it's time to talk. Jay-Z worked very hard to erase you, Amy. Just like he did just like he did his relationship with Rhett. Kelly, just like he did his relationship with Aaliyah. And it looks like Blu took Jaguar's advice, because an interview recently surfaced where she hinted that someone might have sabotaged her career on purpose, and while Blu obviously can't name any names to avoid getting sued for defamation, it's pretty clear what she meant. She explained that after the whole Beyonce and Jay-Z drama, she allegedly started experiencing issues with her label Arista Records when they forgot to renew her contract. Would have got my lawyer because that lawyer ended up representing them, which was a conflict of interest. So they were all working together to basically take what was mine, Blu said. Nobody really knows the whole truth but me and them, but I was really taken advantage of. Fans are connecting the dots and pointing out that it's not just Blu Cantrell. Many other female artists suffered a similar fate after allegedly becoming a threat to Beyonce from Maya and Amar to Tia Marie, and Carrie Hilson one. Fans said her breakdown was similar to Martin Lawrence. These companies really do try to kill their artist actors off if they don't comply with them. The industry is wicked, and someone else added Jay-Z's name comes up a lot when it comes to female. Where Are They Now documentaries, Carmen never forgets. But what's your take on all this, do you think Beyonce really had something to do with Blu Canntrell's disappearance? Comment down below, and don't miss out on this next video.